Hey there guys! This is part 2 of building AT&T Stadium. Now, I didn't really prep this video out. I made a few mistakes, but whatever. Let's just get right into the video. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you at the end of the video. Alright, to start the video off, I'm creating the main arches that will go above the entrances. These are the arches that would also help define where the roof would end up being. And so yeah, I tried to get them as accurate as I possibly could by using the curved wall piece from the lighthouse gallery. And I honestly think it ends up turning out pretty well. It looks a little messy at first, but don't worry, it gets better. Once I finished the first side of arches, I just copied and pasted it to the other side, and here's how it all turned out. Here, I'm starting work on actually creating the main entrances. I pulled down one of the pieces from the arch above it so that I could make sure that the entrance lines up with the arch. And once I found all of my pieces, I started creating the actual entrances themselves, trying to get it as accurate as I possibly could. Here, I'm using the white pillars to create the weird console things that they have on the main entrances, and I'm just placing them next to each other and then copying and pasting 2 of each section so that I can align it perfectly and get the right spacing in between each section of doors. On the left, I start creating the large pillars that are gonna frame out the actual windows themselves, and I'm just copying and pasting them over each area that I had set up to space out the doors. And here I'm just trying to get the correct height with each of the pillars, and the correct height would be trying to get them towards the edge of where the pillars end. I just created the entrances using one of the doors from the doors gallery and then using one of the white pillars shrunken and resized to match the actual size of each gap that I have where the entrances themselves are going to be going. With the main entrances finished, I started creating the platform that the Pepsi party deck would be going on. With the main platform now finished, I could finally start working on the center console that is in the Pepsi Party Deck. Here, I'm just using some of the pieces from the Pillars gallery to just create the overall shape of the central console itself. And I also made this before primitives came out, so this is the way we used to have to make circles. The central console of the party deck also features a small Pepsi logo, and like I said, this was before we had primitives, so I had to create a really tiny version of the Pepsi logo as best as I could, and this is how the center console turned out. With the center console finished, I started work on filling out the space, while also trying to get it as close to what it is in real life as possible. Here, I'm creating the TV sets that the party deck has, using the same pieces and the same techniques that I used on previous parts of the build. And boom, just like that, the Pepsi party deck is finished! Now that I finished the Pepsi party deck, I started work on creating the Miller Lite logo that would go inside the Miller Lite party deck. The primitive shapes gallery really came in handy here because it meant that I could get the small shapes that I needed in order to actually create the logo itself, and I could make them whatever color I wanted to, so it really helped in this moment. Unfortunately, some of the replays of me creating the Miller Lite party deck got deleted, so all you need to know is that I created a larger version of the outside of the Miller Lite logo as the centerpiece of the actual party deck itself, and then I created the little pillars using the white pillar, the white circular pillar from the pillar gallery, and the white rings from the ring gallery. Here, I'm creating the little crow's nest things that they have on the actual pillars themselves, using the circular piece from the primitives gallery and different objects from the rings gallery. Again, I'm just filling in all the empty space with different seating areas. After finishing all the seating, I started to create the smaller TV consoles that they have near each seating area. After creating all the seating areas and lighting and all of that, I created the center bar type thing, and after finishing that, the Miller Lite party deck's finished.